What did you make of the result?
Look, again, disappointed that we didn't come away with a win, but by far our best game for the season. I think our first half was, put on display, I guess, the type of basketball that we want to play, particularly now that we've got Paige here. So, it's starting to look sort of the way that we planned it to look, and I guess now we've just got to keep trying to put that together for longer periods, and that'll convert to a win eventually, I suppose. Probably, I think we were 1 point down at three-quarter time. Had a bit of foul trouble, so we had to leave Angie out at the start of the fourth quarter, and I think that probably first couple of minutes really dug a bit of a hole for us. But aside from that, the effort was there. I think the vibe for the team and the way, the tenacity that we played with was really impressive. Again, here we are saying that we're happy with how we're playing, but we've lost again. But it's kind of just where we are at the moment. So hopefully, if we bring another 4 quarters of that effort on Friday night, we'll chalk up that first win.
Does a game like that give you and the girls belief that you aren't far away from that first?
Yeah, I think that's been the remarkable thing about the group is that, despite the difficult start, that belief is still there and the spirits are high, and they can see that despite the fact that we're not getting the results, they can see the path that we're on, and it's starting to turn our way. So, I've got absolute confidence, and I'm pretty sure the girls do, that if we keep doing that, keep working the way that we want to, and keep trying to tick all those boxes, that win's going to come.
Paige was really good in her first official proper game against Dartmouth. What did you make of her performance? And it must be exciting sort of seeing all the pieces together now and what we can achieve.
Yeah, she was awesome. Really changed the way we operate in terms of the way that we played our offence, and I guess the composure. And just a little bit more experience, particularly against a team like Bendigo, who have Kelly Wilson, who's probably, if not the premier point guard in Australia, close to it. So for Paige to match it with her and set the rest of the team up was really impressive. And I guess it took a lot of pressure off our younger guards, which have really found it difficult at the start of the season to really deal with all the full court pressure and physical defence that the other teams are throwing at us. So to be able to have Paige out there and sort of steady the ship a little bit was really good, and really excited about what that will mean this week and in coming weeks. It was by far our best game, in my opinion. I think it's probably only a 5-minute stretch in the last quarter that really cost us. Aside from that, I think we probably won the rest of the game. So we were again happy with the performance, but disappointed that we lost. But by far our best game for the season, in my opinion.
On that, what were some of the things you did best last week in that game that was different to previous games?
Yeah, our focus last week was to try and, I guess, speed up our offence a little bit. So our focus has been trying to play with some control to sort of avoid those turnovers. But I guess because we were playing a little bit slower, it was allowing the defence, I guess, more opportunity and more time to get more pressure on us. So our focus last week was, take the shackles off a little bit and try and get up and down the floor a little bit more, and that seemed to really work. And got the girls up and about at training and the game on Friday. So we'll continue with that focus. Obviously, I think we still had another 20-odd turnovers or so we need to get those down. But that was probably the biggest change, in that we just freed up the offence a little bit and still, played our structure, but, got up the floor a little bit quicker and put a little bit more pressure on the defence early in the offence.
Does having Paige here, obviously an elite point guard, help you push the tempo?
Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely. Having someone with that experience and that composure, having played all across the world, as opposed to some of our 18 or 19-year-old guards who are potentially having their first experience at this level, that obviously helps. So, and I guess now to have someone out there that can show them that that's possible and the things that they can do in certain situations really helps as well. Because I can say as much as I like from the sideline, but I'm not out there with them and showing them and on the training track with them. So it's really, really good to finally have that guard that can sort of lead the way, I guess, for our backcourt group.
Moving forward to Friday, I'm not sure how Casey going. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, so they're 4-4 at the moment, so right in the middle of the pack. Have had some really impressive performances, and I guess their best player is a point guard as well, in Monique Conti, who's a supreme athlete playing AFLW as well as NBL 1 and some WNBL games as well. So she's sort of the head of the snake for them, I suppose, and a really good defender, great offensive player as a point guard and great shooter. So and they've got some really nice pieces around her. So they've had some really good games and put some teams to the sword, but obviously have the 4 losses as well. So we can see that if we play the way that we want to play, they're susceptible again to everything that we are, and we think we're a chance to win that game. But we know we've got to bring our A game to compete, and that's the same any week. Really keen to, I guess, throw out that same effort this Friday and see where that lands us against Casey.
And with Paige now, do you feel you've got the firepower with her, with Thompson and Thompson as well to put enough points on the board?
Yeah, I think obviously, it helped again last week. I think, we can probably do a little bit better job of getting Shana some cleaner looks in the second half and bump her scoring up a little bit. We really need to be hitting that 75, 80 point mark to really be a competitive team on a regular basis. But if we can do a better job defensively, obviously that helps as well. So we need to try and keep teams below 75 and try and get to that mark ourselves. So that's kind of been the goal all the way. Now that we've got Paige here, we've got a few more points in the cupboard to play with, and we've just got to make sure we're getting everyone the opportunities to sort of make that easier for Paige and for Angie to take their opportunities as well.